Hi, Grace Point Church. I'm joining you from the Windy City. If you hear creaking and groaning, it's not because I'm sad, but it's because my window out here is making all sorts of noises because we've got like not 30 degrees. Well, it is about 30 degrees, but like 30-mile-an-hour winds going on right now. And so stay inside. It's a windy, blustery day. I just want to give you a few updates for all that's coming up. We've got a lot coming up here in our community. First of all is just the memorial that we're going to have for Meryl tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. as we're just going to be grieving together and celebrating Meryl's example and his love for Jesus. And I just want to thank all of you for coming alongside Gregina and the family and with all your cards and your love, and it's important for us to walk through this with them. And so I just want to remind you and be in prayer about that God would minister to our souls and the gospel would be proclaimed tomorrow morning. I also want to mention about not this Sunday, but next Sunday, the day after Christmas, we're going to be having a different sort of sermon during that Sunday morning. As I mentioned last week, I'm going to preach for a few minutes. I'll give a few highlights from the book of James because this Sunday is our last week in James. We cover the last 2 verses in James. And then next Sunday, I would love for it just to be like a testimonial time. What were some of our highlights? What was challenging? What was surprising? What was one of our takeaways from the book? We've been in it for almost half a year now. And so I want to encourage you during that service, we're going to have some time for us to hear from one another. I'm not asking you to preach a sermon, but simply, is there one thing that God has been speaking to you or challenging you on? Would love to hear that. And I know some of you are going to be away. You'll be out of town. Some of you are only joining us online at this time. But even if you're in that place, you know you're going to be gone next week, you won't be in service, but you still want to share, or you're in your home, you're joining us online, you'd still like to share a highlight, I'd love to make that happen. And I'd basically just have to come to your house, or you'd have to come here. We'd have to video one of your responses, and then we could show that on Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. So I want to encourage you, no matter where you're at, you'll be able to share, and would love to just hear from the congregation. How has God been working in your heart? So I just want to continue to put that on you. I know that's a little bit new, but I think it could be really encouraging for us to hear from one another. So that's coming up not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Before then, and a few days before that, we're going to have our Christmas Eve service, and so that's going to be at 5 p.m. We're so glad that we're going to be able to host that this year in person. In our sanctuary at 5 p.m. It'll be a candlelight service, and we're going to sing some carols and hear the message of Christmas, and there's even going to be some cookies as well for us to enjoy. So I hope you can make that. Invite your friends. We'll have some invitations for that, even in our building, that you can grab this Sunday. And last but not least, we've got our Bible conference. So exciting to have Dr. Carol Kaminsky coming from Massachusetts to join us. This is going to be her first time in Illinois, where she's coming from in Massachusetts. Everyone knows her. Everyone loves her. And really people flock to hear her teaching in this area. She's got such a passion for helping normal people like you and me understand how the Bible works together, how it's a story that is just seamless. And she's so gifted in helping the normal person understand it and put all the pieces together. So that's coming up Saturday, January 8th from 9 to 1. Registration is online. We're seeing registrations are coming in, and so we're happy about that. But that is for anyone. If you've never read the Bible before but you want to understand it, perfect. If you've read through it 50 times, it's still going to be really helpful because it's a sort of conference kind of unlike anything else I've experienced in her being able in just a few hours to put everything together so it all just makes sense. It's really eye-opening. So I just wanted to remind you of all these upcoming events. I know lot is going on in our families, in our homes with the Christmas season, and just want to continue to put that in front of you so you can mark those things on your calendars and we can continue to experience that fellowship together this Christmas season. Thanks.